Hello everyone, today we're going to be continuing where we left off by covering some logical operators. These are going to be things we've already used a couple times in previous videos, but I wanted to make a dedicated video to them so you have a quick and easy way to look up this information. The logical operators we're going to be covering today are the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator. These are pretty simple once you get used to using them. But effectively what they allow you to do is inside of an if statement or in some other locations, create like a combination of conditions. So you can think of it something like this. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions and return a single Boolean value. An example of this might be if I have an age. So let's say I have like a user age is equal to, I don't know, like 20. So if the user age is greater than or equal to 16 and it's less than 18, then you might want to print something like you can drive but only with an adult. And of course I have to change this because we're in Ruby land, so we don't actually need that colon there. I'm still thinking about this like I'm in Python. And then we say if the user age is less than 18. So if we are older than 16 but less than 18 years old, we can drive, but we need an adult to be in the vehicle with us, right? So that's where we can use these combinations to get multiple conditions together to sort of satisfy what we need, because we won't always just have one clear condition that we can use. We kind of have to combine them. Now that said, this is technically the same thing as doing something like if the user is greater than or equal to 16, then we can say if the user age is less than 18, we can print this and then we can end this. So if we nest these two, which is what this is called, if we put one condition inside of another, it's essentially the same as this one. But of course, one of these is going to be a little bit easier to read than the other, and it's going to be a little bit easier to work with. In the same vein, there's always going to be some conditions that don't cause this to be satisfied. And for that, you can use something called a truth table. For this, we can take a look at the truth table for the AND operator. So we'll start by saying this is the AND operator, and then we can say for this, both conditions must be true for the whole expression to be true. What that means is if you have one condition and another condition and they're both true, you'll get back true. If you have one condition that's true and one that's false, you'll get back false. And similarly, if you have the inverse of that, where one is false and one is true, you'll get back false. And finally, if both are false, you'll also get back false. So in this case, when you're using the AND, the only time you get a true condition that allows you to enter the if statement is going to be when both conditions are true. Now there's a similar option, which is the OR, and this one's going to be where one of the conditions has to be true in order for it to be true. So you can see here we have 3 falses for the AND, but for the OR operator, we actually have 3 trues instead. So the only way to get a truly false result with the OR operator is for both conditions to be false. And finally, we have the NOT operator. The NOT operator just takes a condition and just inverts it. So if you have true and you use not true, you get false, and not false gives you true. This is situationally going to be useful for you if you want to make things a little bit more readable. It's oftentimes where you'll see the exclamation mark in front of a condition or a Boolean variable that you have. But let's take a look at how to actually use something like this. So let's come down here and let's create a examples block. And again, all of this code will be available in the video description. You can just go to the GitHub page. So here we're going to check if a number is between 1 and 10. Now, if we were only checking one condition, we would only need one if statement. But here we're checking 2. So let's see how we can do that. Let's start by entering a number. So say puts, enter a number, and then we'll use gets to get a number from the user and convert it to an integer. So now we have our number. Let's go ahead and let's check if that number is between 1 and 10. We could do this by saying if the number is greater than or equal to 1, which means it's at least 1, 1 would also satisfy this condition. And if the number is less than or equal to 10, which means even 10 would satisfy this condition. So if the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, then we want to print out the number is between 1 and 10. Else, we'll just say the number is not between 1 and 10, and then we can end this. So this right here will work, but let's go ahead and let's comment out the code we had previously so that we only run this, and then we can run RB and then main.rb inside of this file. It'll ask us for a number. Let's try 5. We can see 5 is between 1 and 10. We can run the program again. We can enter, I don't know, 99. We can see that number is not between 1 and 10. And similarly, if we run it one last time and enter negative 450, that number is also not between 1 and 10. So that's our first example here. Let's take a look at using OR instead. So if we want to check if a number is between 1 and 10, we can check if it's, greater than or equal to 1 and it's less than or equal to 10. Or we can check that it's not in this range. And the way we can do that is just check if a number is not between 1 and 10. We'll go ahead, we'll get the number again. And then we can check if the number is less than 1, which means it's 0, -1, -2, or if the number is greater than 10, which means it's 11 or 12. Remember, in this case, because of this being an OR, if it's less than 1, it'll return true already. We don't even need to check the second condition. Similarly, if the number is greater than 10, it'll also return true. So what we have to do then is we have to take the else line here from our if statement previously, and we can put that into this if statement. And then we can use the line in our previous if statement to put that into our else statement. The reason why we do this is because now we're actually checking the opposite condition as before, which means we have to switch these around too. So now if the number is less than 1 or the number is greater than 10, we print that the number is not between 1 and 10. We'll get the exact same results we had before. We can enter this with main.rb, put in a number of 5. We'll see the number is between 1 and 10 because 5 is not less than 1 and it's not greater than 10, which means we're in the else block here. We can do something similar, put in 15. That number is not between 1 and 10. Because 15 right here is going to be greater than 10, this is now true. So then we enter this block and we can see that number is not between 1 and 10. Finally, we can do like -3. That number is not between 1 and 10 as well. And just to be clear, we can also enter 0 and we can see that 0 is not between 1 and 10 as well. Okay, so that takes care of those cases. Now let's take a look at our final example. For our final example, we want to check that the number is not between 1 and 10. So let's go ahead and let's get this number again. But this time what we'll do is we'll say, let's store the result that we had previously. So let's create a variable, call this between 1 and 10. Set this equal to the number is greater than or equal to 1 and the number is less than or equal to 10. And just as an aside, you could also do between 1 and 10. So we're just going to overwrite that number. And then we'll just say the number is, just like before, less than 1, or the number is greater than 10. This is going to give you a slightly different result. But what we can do now is we can say, let's grab this and let's invert it. Let's use that not operator. So if the between 1 and 10 is not true, then we want to print that number is not between 1 and 10. Else, we could print that number is between 1 and 10. And we could do something very similar here where we say if it's between 1 and 10, and then we just switch these around. So both of these are going to be functionally the same, but sometimes you really just want to use the not operator. Let's say you only want to print out that the number is not between 1 and 10. In that case, you don't need this else block, so you just have this. If you didn't have this inverter, you'd then have to do this, put in the else, make sure nothing happens here, and then have this else block. And that just doesn't make as much sense. That's 4 letters as opposed to just 1 extra character that we have to add. So we can do this right here. We can then run our program. We can enter a number. Let's enter 5. And let's make sure that we're actually printing off the else block as well. So let's try this again. Let's enter a number, 5, and we can see that number is between 1 and 10. Let's enter 11. Oops, let's run the program and then enter 11. And we can see 11 is not between 1 and 0. And then let's run it one final time and enter 0. And we can see 0 is not between 1 and 10 as well. So that's effectively going to be it for this little lesson on our logical operators. Just as a reminder, we have the AND operator, which it has the following truth table, where both values need to be true in order for it to be true. We have the OR operator, where both values need to be false in order for it to be false. And we have the NOT operator, which is just going to give you the opposite of what you have. That's going to do it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.